Hello everyone, in this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from Bloomberg. Now this was published on November 1st and is written by Spencer Soper. Amazon to stop pushing Washington Post stories to customers. Now they're trying to spin why this happened, and let's just say they don't want to admit that when the Washington Post is, Bezos' friggin' mouthpiece for anti-Trump rhetoric and bullshit, and they're shoving that down Amazon customers' throats. Half the country voted for Trump. Do you think they're going to take kindly to getting force-fed that shit? Of course not. And I'm sure it affected Amazon's bottom line, and that's why it's now stopping its forcing Washington Post stories down the throats of customers. It's the only thing that makes sense, in all honesty. I mean, because you go and look at the excuses they give and you're going, yeah, okay, bullshit. But let's get into the article here. So, online retailer distanced itself from Bezos' own newspaper. Trump has said news organization is Amazon's chief lobbyist, and he's right about that. More than him have said that. It's been said since before Trump was president. Amazon.com Inc. will stop emailing popular Washington Post stories to customers, the company said in an email, a possible attempt to separate the e-commerce giant from the newspaper's hard-hitting coverage of President Donald Trump. If it was hard-hitting coverage that was actually exposing shit and wasn't lies and, piled upon more lies and straight fucking left Democrat bullshit propaganda, if it wasn't that, and it was truly hard-hitting coverage, it wouldn't be a fucking issue. It wouldn't be a reason. They wouldn't have to stop doing what they're doing. Because you know what? If it's unbiased hard-hitting, doesn't matter if the people are on the left or the right. If it's unbiased and it's hard-hitting and it's accurate, shouldn't be an issue. But because it isn't any of those things, unbiased, or accurate, and, things like that, different story. It's a different story because of that fact. I mean, this is such fucked up shit. They're actually trying to spin the fact that Amazon customers got fed up with Bezos pushing his shit on them, and their sales went down. They're really trying to spin that by, this idea of them stopping, having nothing to do with the fact of that being the case. Since entering the White House, Trump has sought to blur the lines between Amazon and the Post, which Amazon Chief Executive Officer Jeff Bezos has owned since 2013. The Daily Blast was an example of cross-marketing between the two companies, although Bezos owns the Post separately from Amazon. Yes, but he uses it as a tax write-off for Amazon. He pumps money in from Amazon. That's why he bought it, in part. Besides the fact of being able to push whatever the fuck he wants to push for swill, propaganda, lies, selective truths, things like that. And he's not the one that's blurred the lines. He's the one trying to expose the lines. I love how you go, oh, he's trying to blur the lines between them. No. He's trying to show that there is a line linking the two between each company. You try to say there isn't, but yet they're force-feeding Washington Post articles down Amazon members' throats. The email, which Amazon said Thursday will be discontinued on November 5, features most read stories on the Post website and frequently highlights news and commentary about the Trump administration. You mean frequently pushes anti-Trump rhetoric and propaganda and lies and twisting of the truth. Thursday's Blast feature, a story by columnist Max Boot entitled, Vote Against All Republicans, Every Single One. Holy fucking shit. And you wonder why. You're trying to spin it. You literally just gave away right there. Vote against all Republicans, every single one. Half the country voted for Trump. And as an extension, they also voted Republican. Do you think they want to get that shit in their fucking email? Of course not. No independent wants to get it either. The only people who want to see shit like that are mentally fucking deranged Democrat left fuckwits. And further left of them. I can see why they stopped it. But you don't want to admit, oh yeah, they alienated at least half of their customer base. Amazon didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. Well, of course not. They don't want to talk about this. They just want it to go away. They don't want to have to admit, which you know because you're trying to cover for it, that they fucking fucked themselves up the ass pushing their anti-Trump shit on Amazon. It screwed them financially. Because people are like, you know what, why the fuck am I going to spend money on Amazon? You know what? That hard drive, I'll just go buy it on Newegg. Oh, I'll just go and pay the instant gratification tax of $1 or $2, and I'll go buy that at Walmart. That's what happened to them. It doesn't make sense for Amazon to promote the Washington Post because Amazon is a brand loved by everyone, said Laura Reese of Atlanta brand strategy firm Reese & Reese. Amazon wants to stay as far away from politics as possible because it's so polarizing. Yeah, but they didn't care to do that. They were hoping by pushing their fucking Trump derangement bullshit on their Amazon subscribers using the Washington Post, it would actually sway things. It would actually work in their benefit. And it backfired. Bezos and Amazon have been frequent targets of Trump, who have often conflated Amazon and the Post in tweets criticizing coverage of his presidency. Trump has said the Post is Amazon's chief lobbyist. Well, first off, he has never, ever conflated the two. I've read his tweets when it comes to this to a large extent. I have not seen him conflate the two. He's pointed out there's a relationship between the two. He's pointed out that Bezos has used the Washington Post to push Amazon propaganda. You know, I don't know how they can get away with this shit. And people actually read it and buy into it. I mean, they literally are the chief lobbyist. Because, like I said, they're the biggest pushers of Amazon's shit. Bezos traditionally keeps Amazon out of political issues that aren't directly tied to its business, unlike many other big technology companies that take positions on social issues. Oh, bullshit, Amazon doesn't do that. Bullshit. Then there wouldn't have been the fucking anti-Trump articles being forced down their friggin' the throats of fucking Amazon subscribers. Or members, I mean. You just contradicted yourself. You're talking about how they're pushing their articles, and they're all anti-Trump. And then you go, oh, well, they're not being political. That's the definition of fucking being political. You don't think they curated those emails to have those particular stories? Oh, it's the most popular ones. Bullshit. They specifically chose those because they were hoping that if they pushed their anti-Trump shit, it would work in their favor. It didn't. Oh, wow. Amazon, along with Google and the military, are among the few institutions highly trusted by Democrats and Republicans alike, according to a survey conducted this summer by Georgetown University's Baker Center for Leadership and Governance. Well, if people trust Google and Amazon comparatively to the United States military, they need to get their fucking heads examined. Like, big time examined. We're talking full workups. We're talking MRIs, PET. We're talking psychological, because they're fucking nuts. If they trust Amazon and Google to the level of the U.S. military, they are fucking nuts. This is better for Amazon's business going forward when things will get hotter and heavier for the 2020 election, said Robert Shapiro, a political science professor at Columbia University. Well, yeah, they realize this. Everything's fucking coming back on them right now. And they're realizing the blue wave ain't happening. They're realizing that they're forcing their bullshit down other people's throats isn't working. At least Amazon with Bezos here, he got enough of a clue to go, you know what? This is hurting the bottom line. Which goes to show he isn't fully Trump deranged. So there's at least that plus. I mean, he's a fucking Democrat left fucking moron, but he put the business first. I have to give him credit for that. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.